Good morning, good morning. Here's what's been happening lately. First, there's a new city councilor in the 35th Ward. Second, Chicago Park District summer camp programs open up for viewing. Online registration starts next week. Milwaukee Avenue on near West Side will be closed for about 6 weeks as improvements begin for this summer. And then lastly, State Senator Emil Jones III heads to trial stemming from a 2022 bribery charge. Let's break it all down. City council members voted to add Cook County Commissioner Anthony Quezada to their ranks on Monday, approving the first aldermanic appointment of Mayor Brandon Johnson's tenure. But this was not without an unusually large show of opposition for an administration's pick to fill a vacancy. Quezada's lukewarm welcome to the chamber as 35th Ward alderperson came by a 32-11 vote, following debate over his use of the N-word in a social media post more than a decade ago when he was in high school. Several of Quezada's new colleagues also questioned whether the 29-year-old newcomer, the chamber's youngest, should inherit the influential committee assignments left by former Alderman Alderman Carlos Ramirez Rosa, who stepped down last month to take over as superintendent of the Chicago Park District. Next up, Chicago Park District summer camp programs open up for viewing, and online registration begins next week. Those interested in the Chicago Park District summer camp programs are now able to view the programs online ahead of registration period starting next week. The programs, which will include sports, fitness, and arts programs, are available to see on the Park District's website. Starting on 9 a.m. April 14th, online registration will be available for programs at parks west of California Avenue and for all virtual programs, according to the Park District. At 9 a.m. on April 15th, online registration will be available for programs at parks east of California Avenue. At noon, April 15th, programs at gymnastic centers will be open for online registration as well. Now, in-person registration takes place April 19th and April 21st and varies by park. Day camp runs from June 23rd to August 1st, with most of the summer programs taking place from June 16th to August 10th, according to the Park District's website. Now moving on to street improvements. Milwaukee Avenue on near West Side will be closed for about 6 weeks as improvement projects get underway. Starting this week, Milwaukee Avenue will be restricted to local traffic only between Chicago Avenue and Kinsey Street, with one lane remaining open during non-working hours for drivers and bicyclists. Flaggers will direct local traffic through the closures and the improvements, which are part of the city's Complete Streets program project. Will resurface the closed portion of Milwaukee Avenue and include installation of new catch basins, bus boarding islands and adjacent bus pads, and concrete protected bike lanes. Lastly, Senator Emil Jones III heads to trial stemming from 2022 bribery charges. Now, when word surfaced in February that prosecutors might be in plea talks with Senator Emil Jones III, it seemed the longtime legislator might follow the lead of so many colleagues who face federal criminal charges, and that is resign from the legislature, plead guilty, and avoid trial. But no deal surfaced. Both sides kept preparing for a jury, and Jones' defense attorney Victor Henderson rejected the idea that the Democratic lawmaker might plead guilty. Henderson told reporters, "The takeaway from recent cases tells us that the legal landscape is changing." Now, that day came yesterday, on Monday, when Jones faced trial for bribery and lying to the FBI, charges that have been pending since late 2022. Jones represents the 14th District, which includes parts of Chicago's South Side and several South suburbs.